Welcome to video 8 in the subnetting series, and I'm sure that by now you're hoping you have a really short video coming up. The last one was something like 12 minutes and some seconds. So yes, you have a short one here. We're going to talk about something called default subnet masks. Now remember this table, we saw this in the last video. A class A address is anything that begins in the first octet from 0 to 127. It has a subnet mask with a single 255 in it. A class B, 128 to 191, and it has two 255s in it. And a class C, 192 to 223, and it has three 255s in the subnet mask. Well, the question sometimes comes up, or I should say a problem sometimes comes up, where, say, you're taking a certification test. Cisco particularly likes to do this to you. And they give you maybe a diagram with some various networks on it, or some various addresses on it, and they want you to tell them which one doesn't belong, which one is not supposed to be in this network. It's outside of the network. But they don't give you subnet masks occasionally, or maybe it'll give you some subnet masks but not others. And your first reaction is, I can't do this problem. I don't have enough information. They didn't give me a subnet mask. So the question is then, how can I figure it out? Well, you can figure it out because it's integrated into the class. So if you identify the class that address is in, aside from some other subnet mask, you can assume the default subnet mask for that particular class. So here are some examples. 129.13.220.15, but I don't have a subnet mask. So how would I identify, for example, the network ID and the host ID here? Well, I simply look at it and say, well, what class is it in? Well, I know that class A is 0 to 127, so it's not in that one. 128 to 223 is class B, so this is a class B address. And because it's a class B address, I can say that the subnet mask is 255.255.0.0. So 129.13 is the host ID, and then, the network ID, and 220.15 is the host ID. And I know that because of what this number was here. How about another one? 118.52.42.6. Well, class A is anything from 0 to 127, and this is between 0 and 127, so this is a class A. So I know the subnet mask is going to be 255.0.0.0. 118 will be the network ID. 52.42.6 will be the host ID. One more, 222.111.222.111. Well, let me see. Class A is 0 to 127. Class B is 128 to 191. Class C is 192 to 223. This is before 223, so this is a class C address, so we would guess 255.255.255.0, just like that. And there we go. It's that simple. If you're not given a subnet mask and you need to know which part is the network ID and which part is the host ID, you can now figure it out just by looking at that initial number and figuring out what class it's in. Assume the class defines the subnet mask unless being told otherwise. And it is possible to make subnet masks outside of the class that they're in. That's okay to do, but if you're not given one, then assume that you use the class to figure it out. In the next video, I'm going to talk about something called ANDing. You don't want to miss that one. That one's kind of fun. I will see you there in that video.